Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video of Slay the Spire 2. This episode I have a story time for you guys. We're going to be playing just a random game of Silent, I suppose, but I'm probably not going to be talking about the gameplay that much because this topic, or this story that I am going to talk about is a very serious one, and I think we can all learn a valuable lesson from it. So it all started around 4 to 5 years ago. I have never had sushi in my life. I was a sushi virgin. And I knew a good amount of, like, I would say like sushi information, sushi knowledge. I did understand that store-bought sushi was way worse than restaurant quality sushi, but I never actually knew the quality difference in sushi all that well. So I was at school one day and my brother actually picked me up. So when he picked me up, there was a carton of something in the little like under the windshield, like, you know how like there's a little spot of your car and like you can like put random stuff in it that's not obstructing the windshield, because apparently that's illegal, which I mean I guess kind of makes sense. You don't want to really endanger civilians while blocking your windshield. But I saw that carton, so I took it, obviously, and I read it, and I forgot what the restaurant was called, or not even the restaurant, I forgot what the place was called, but I knew it was a Asian kind of restaurant based on the name. And you can kind of tell that it was an Asian restaurant, quote unquote restaurant. So when we got home, I opened it because I was actually kind of like making it kind of like a surprise to myself. Like, after I open it, I just like see what it is. So I open it, and then I see sushi, and I was like, oh shoot, that's sick. I never had this before. So then I go on my computer. I sit on my computer after a long day of schoolwork. You know, I finally reach home, and then I finally sit down on my computer device, my computer programming device, as I like to call it sometimes, and I start watching some video. I don't remember what it was exactly. I think it was like some Technoblade video at the time. And I opened the box, and inside I see 2 pieces of sushi and a packet of soy sauce. So I was like, naturally, I was like, okay, this should be around what it's supposed to be. Like, I remember soy sauce is like a big part of sushi, but I never had soy sauce either. So that was also a new thing for me. And then I start eating the sushi, and I didn't really know how to eat it, to be honest with you. I didn't know if you were supposed to like bite into it, or like you're supposed to eat it all at once. I just kind of like just went ballsy with it and just ate the entire thing. So I took the sushi and I ate it, and then like in like the corner of my ear, I heard a little thud on the carton of the container, or like the what is it called, the styrofoam of the container. So I look down, and I then see a small green blob of greenness, I suppose. So I see it, and I'm just like, huh, I didn't know that there was a green blob. And so I looked at the sushi that I was eating, and I saw that it was made out of seaweed, and it was rice with the little fish inside. If I remember, I'm pretty sure the main meat of it was crab. If I remember correctly, it was crab. So I took the sushi, and I placed it, or I was holding the sushi, and then I placed it back down because I was confused with what was like inside of the container. So I looked at the sushi even closer, and then I saw there was like a hint of green in the side of the middle of between the rice and the crab, I believe. So I tasted it, and it was avocado. So then, naturally, I thought that the green blob that was inside of the container now, I thought it was a piece of avocado. So you can imagine what happened next. So I took that little piece that I thought was avocado. Why am I not? There we go. I took the little piece that I thought was avocado, and I didn't have a problem with avocado. I think avocado is like one of the best fruits ever. But I don't like it by itself though, to be fair, but I mean it's a pretty good fruit. I can't lie. Like the byproducts of avocados I think is really good. By itself, I think it's kind of okay. It's not bad, but like I'd rather have a little bit of salt on top. But overall, it's a pretty good thing. However, I finally took the little blob of avocado. I was watching Technoblade and he was like fighting some guy in Bed Wars or whatever. I took it and I put the entire thing in my mouth. So you can probably imagine what happened next. I was actually like crying. It hurt so incredibly bad that I felt like I ate like a small piece of uranium or something. It was that horrible. Like it felt like my nose was actually about to fall out of my face. It was that extreme. And I knew as soon as I tasted it, as soon as I put it in my mouth, I immediately knew what it was. I did not try to take it out because, well, it was already in my mouth and it was already about to like I was already swallowing it at that point. And so I didn't realize that I just swallowed an entire piece of wasabi. Yeah, that hurt a lot. I was actually crying. Like the entire, I didn't even tell anyone about it because I was so embarrassed by it. I tasted it and it didn't. I don't even remember what it tasted like. I don't. Now that I think about it, I don't even know what it tasted like. I just remember the pain that came inside of my nostrils. It was that horrible. I should have blocked there. I don't know what I was doing. It was so incredibly horrible. I was actually crying, and then after that, I had never had sushi until like a couple weeks ago when I went out with my friends and we actually had a restaurant style of sushi, and it was actually really good. And I enjoyed it so much that my love for sushi has come back, but I never had sushi since. So I'm probably never gonna have sushi for another like, I don't even know, like another like 2 weeks, or not even 2 months. Sushi is good, like when you taste it, it's good, but it's like one of those things where like once you taste it, it just like, or what, not even, once you have like a full meal of sushi, it's just like, it gets kind of gross. You get pretty sick after it. So yeah, that was my story with my first sushi experience. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. I did not certainly enjoy it because I was in pain and I felt like my nose was actually going to like melt off of my face. It was so incredibly, like, imagine drinking an extremely carbonated soda non-stop, like a 2-liter. I know people do that, but I've never personally done it, so I don't really know what it like feels when you drink an entire piece of or an entire can of a bottle of soda. But I imagine it still feels like as if you were sniffing like a powdered black pepper, basically. It was, I can't even articulate how horrible it was because it was that bad. But yeah, that was my first sushi experience. If you guys have any recommendations for sushi, please do let me know, because I am open to eating it. But I will not eat wasabi ever again. At that restaurant that we went to a couple weeks ago, there was a plate of wasabi there, and I refused to eat that. I mean, I don't think anyone else ate it, now that I think about it, but still. But yeah, that was my first experience with sushi, and that's the entire video. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.